All right, listen up. We are the Hebrew Israelites. We come out here week in and week out to prophesy the downfall of America. Okay? You know, we give all praises to Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. That's the power in which we're out here for. That's the power that have opened us up to his knowledge, to the understanding of the scriptures, to the understanding of the truth of who we are and what's to come, you know? And we're, like the brother said, we out here to sell death to America, man. You know, we're out here, we're selling our people, the elect of our people, the knowledge and the understanding of what's going to get them up out of here when this place gets very violent, man. Because the streets of America is going to get real violent soon. As the dollar collapses and the economy tanks, and these wars break out, these wars reach their peaks, you know. Give me 33, hold what you got. Give me 33 in Isaiah 33:6, you know.
This is Isaiah chapter 33, verse 6. Shalaki. This is Isaiah chapter 33, verse 6. It says, the wisdom and knowledge, it says, in wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times.
Yeah, the times that we're speaking about, you're going to need wisdom and knowledge to be stable. Because if you don't know what's happening around you when these things take place, you're going to be unstable, man. And you're going to be susceptible to anything that's pushed out there, man. Because you people are going to need answers soon, man. When all hell breaks loose in the streets of America, that's when you people are going to want answers. But the Lord is getting ready to close up this knowledge. It's going to be a famine of the word. And you're going to be a part of the vision that was foretold by the Lord's servants, the prophets, that you can find in the scriptures, in the Bible. Read what you got again.
This is Isaiah chapter 33, verse 6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy time.
Yeah, because you're going to need wisdom and knowledge when martial law comes. You're going to need wisdom and knowledge when the famine comes. You know? Why? Because this wisdom, and it's not just the worldly wisdom, it's not worldly wisdom, it's the wisdom of the scriptures, the precepts. The precepts of the Heavenly Father give you wisdom, man. You know?
It says, in strength of salvation, the fear of the Lord is his treasure.
And the wisdom and knowledge is the strength of your salvation. And ultimately, the fear of the Lord is his treasure. And it's by the fear of the Lord that we come out here week in and week out and we prophesy the downfall of America, man. We're telling you that nuclear missiles are going to be shot on America.
That's right.
Your President Trump went up to the United States, the United Nations Council, and he was talking to all big and bad, man. But little does he know that missiles are going to be shot on America from even the European nations, man. Because according to the prophecies in the scriptures, even the UN nations, the United Nations, those countries that have nuclear missiles, they're going to shoot missiles on America, man.
That's right.
And we got to back that up. We got Revelation 17, right? Yes. You bring out your priest.
This is Isaiah chapter 47, verse 9. It says, but these two things shall come to thee in a moment and one day, the loss of children and widowhood.
Yeah. In America, pretty soon you people are going to know the loss of children. You're going to know widowhood, man. But the scriptures say these two things shall come upon thee in one day. How is that going to happen? When the nuclear missiles are shot on America, man. The loss of children and widowhood, man. Upon these people, man. When these wars start up, right now you got the president talking about war with North Korea. Well, who's going to fight these wars, man? These men that you see, they got to fight these wars, man. The wars in the Middle East. These average American citizens that walk up and down the street willy-nilly, they're going to be called on by the United States government to fight in the military, man. Because there's going to be a draft, man. You know? Go ahead.
It says, but these two things shall come upon thee in a moment, in one day, the loss of children and widowhood.
In a moment, in one day, the loss of children and widowhood, man. It's going to befall the people in this society, man. In America, Babylon the Great. The loss of children and widowhood, man.
It says, they shall come upon thee in their perfection for the multitude of thy sorceries and for the great abundance of thine enchantments.
So in read, you gotta read that again.
Come, it says they shall come upon thee in their perfection for the multitude of thy sorceries and for the great abundance of thine enchantments.
So for the multitude of the sorceries that that Babylon the Great is pushing off in the world, you know, for the enchantments, you know, the wickedness, the loss of children and widowhood is going to come upon this society, man. That's one of the judgments that's going to take place, man.
Point is right here, verse 10. Verse 10, it says, for thou hast trusted in thy wickedness, thou hast said, none seeth me, thy wisdom and thy knowledge, it hath perverted thee.
Yeah, so, hey, man, you got these top people in high positions, they trust in their wickedness and in the secrecy of them doing their wickedness, man. And that's why great destruction is going to come upon the citizens. You know, it's going to come upon the government, you know, because of the secrecy of their wickedness, man. It's not so secret no more. We bring it to the forefront, you know. The men of the Lord bring the wickedness. We got the history, you know, we have the access to information to bring out the wickedness, man. And it's being brought to the forefront, and ultimately it's going to lead to the death of millions of people, man. You know?
Yeah, we have the truth to bring out. We have the truth about the wickedness, you know, to bring out, you know, because Esau's being exposed, and actually gets into that in the beginning of this. At the beginning of this chapter, I'm gonna read it. It says, verse 3: thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen.
Yeah, the nakedness is being uncovered, the shame is being seen.
That's right.
Now you got countries in the United Nations coming out, and they speaking up against the treacheries of the United States. You have multiple countries. You had Venezuela, you had North Korea, you know, you had Russia. They're speaking up against the United States, man. Cuba came out and spoke against the United States for the sanctions that they're pushing on other countries.
Yeah, even China, because the United States try to put sanctions on China for making trades with North Korea. So pretty much the U.S. pretty much said anybody who wants to trade with North Korea, we're gonna put sanctions on you. And now China is getting mad at the U.S. You know, so you have this devil Trump pretty much breaking all ties with these countries.
Yeah, he's basically setting up America to be isolated, you know, amongst the nations, man. And you know what isolation means? It means death to the petrodollar, man.
Yep.
It's not gonna be this peaceful and serene on the streets for too long, man.
That's right.
You got all these people up here, you know, they go in there and spend their money, you know, they're using the Federal Reserve note, but the countries that the United States is putting sanctions on, they're dumping the dollar, man. They're dumping the Federal Reserve note, so it's gonna cost more money, you know, it's gonna cost more money to get your goods and services, man. And these people work 40 hours, like we've been talking about. They work a long time, you know, and it's gonna cost more money for them to get their goods and services, man. And then they're gonna take to the streets and protest. But by then it's gonna be too late, you know? That's why the scriptures say, seek ye the Lord while he may be found, man.
That's right.
These people, in all actuality, the elect, only the elect is gonna buy what we have to sell to them, man. You know? Only the elect only the elect have the knowledge, the understanding to buy what we're selling to them. Anybody outside of that is not gonna buy what we're selling to them, man. And this is the greatest buy that you can buy. And you can buy for cheap right now, man. You know? Go ahead.
I'm gonna finish this. This is Isaiah chapter 47. I'm gonna jump back to verse 10. It says, for thou hast trusted in thy wickedness, thou hast said, none seeth me.
Yeah, your government has trusted in their wickedness, man. The American government has trusted in their wickedness, man. They overthrow countries, they overthrow governments, and they say none have seen us. None of us see them. The other nations, they can't do anything.
Yep.
They just have to take it, man. But the nations are lifting the skirt, man.
That's
the
right.
nations are becoming a confederate. Matter of fact, get that in Obadiah. Behold, I want to bring that up.
It says, thy wisdom and thy knowledge, and have perverted thee, and thou hast said in thine heart, I am, and none else beside me. Therefore shall evil come upon thee, thou shalt not know from whence it riseth.
Yeah, evil is gonna come upon these people, man. Evil, these leaders of this society, evil is gonna come upon them, and it's gonna come upon them quick, man.
That's right.
You got these politicians, they're passing these laws, you know, they're passing these unrighteous decrees, but evil is gonna come upon them, man.
That's right. It says, verse 11, therefore shall evil come upon thee, thou shalt not know from whence it riseth, and mischief shall fall upon thee. Thou shalt not be able to put it off, and desolation shall come upon thee suddenly, which thou shalt not know.
Yeah, so when all hell break loose in America, it's gonna come suddenly, man. And they're not gonna be able to put it off, man.